Hello. Tonight I'm just gonna do like a little update for this chronic illness warrior video. I don't think I have a whole lot to say. I mean, once I get going, I kind of start rambling sometimes. So, I do actually leave for University of Michigan Hospital in 7 days, and I am super nervous. I was going to hold off with the medical trip until the spring or summer, due to me being a little bit low on funds, and also I was a little concerned about the weather because I know there's been some snow already in certain parts of the state. Of course, the areas that I have to drive through. So I was gonna wait, but something in my gut is telling me not to wait. I need to just go and get this appointment started so that hopefully we can come up with a better plan of action to help stabilize my condition. So yeah, that's why I'm nervous. There's a lot at stake here, I feel like. I do feel a little bit better knowing that I have a backup plan. Hang on. There we go, sorry. I do have a backup plan if for some reason University of Michigan is not able to help me. I was accepted at, God, what the heck is, I was accepted to another hospital in Baltimore. The only thing that's sucky about that is I would have to raise the funds to get there also, just like I had to do for this trip, and it's like it's never ending. But I'm just happy that I do have a backup plan, because I was scared that if I go to University of Michigan Hospital and they're just not able to help me with anything, I would just get sent home and just be stuck like this and not, you know, where do I go from there? And that's what I was worried about. I feel like people with chronic illnesses, they do so much better. We do so much better if we have a plan of action. You know, I know for a lot of people, including myself, a lot of the time, I feel like there is nothing that can be done. I just need to go through this. But that's not true necessarily. Yes, we do have to just go through this, go through the pain, go through the symptoms, go through whatever the stages of it. But knowledge is power. I don't mean to sound cliche, but knowledge is power. So constantly be researching your disorder, your disease, your condition, whatever you have, because there's always new stuff happening with it. My condition, I've had it for a while, but I was just diagnosed September of 2023. So I've had it just 14 months. And in the last 14 months, I've learned quite a bit. I have learned a lot of what my triggers are for my neurological condition. But also, there's a lot that I don't know yet either. There's a lot of triggers that I don't know. And sometimes I feel like it's not even, you know, necessarily a trigger that I can control. It just happens. And so I try to remember that, you know, one day might be really bad, but I have better days coming. I always try to focus on that when I am sick, because man, I get down. I get really down when I'm stuck in bed for a week and my body doesn't want to cooperate and I'm having seizures and I'm in so much pain. The last, I would say 2 weeks or so, I've been dealing with really bad inflammation, and which causes pain and swelling. And it's so bad that in the mornings when I get up, I cannot even go to the bathroom for at least an hour after I've woken up, just because everything is so swollen. I can't move, can't walk. I can't close my hands. My hands will be so swollen that they only go about like this instead of closed in a fist. And it's just really, really painful. And so there's been lots of tears the last 2 weeks. I don't take anything for my pain except for Tylenol. I can't take ibuprofen or nothing like that, no aspirin. So I take Tylenol. Sometimes I wish that I could take, like half a pain pill or something just to tone it down a little bit so I'm not on edge all day, every day. But pain meds mess with my heart, and so I usually decline them. I do get offered them sometimes by my doctors because they do know that I have chronic pain condition, and I try to do other things when I'm in pain. I try to meditate, stretches, yoga. I do a lot of natural things just because I really believe that those work better than anything. And you know your body, you know what works for you. And it sucks because what works for me might not work for another person. So we all have to find our own path of healing, basically, for our own condition. It's different for everybody. In fact, some of us have the same conditions and still the same things that work for me may not work for the other person who has the same exact condition I have. We're just that different. One of my main concerns, I guess, right now for myself is I have gained a lot of weight. It's like, actually in the last 3 weeks I've gained 8 pounds, which is a lot. It's actually a lot. They say, when you start to get older, obviously you do gain weight. Women, we go through perimenopause and then menopause and then blah, blah, blah. It just keeps on going. But hormones are a factor. Stress is a factor. Sleep is a factor. There's so many things that are a factor. My diet really hasn't changed much. In fact, I cut out quite a bit of stuff. I cut out treats, basically, sugary treats. And I don't drink caffeine. I don't drink soda. I can't have chocolate. There's a lot of things I can't have. I do suffer from an eating disorder called ARFID. It's avoidant restrictive food intake disorder. And there's just certain foods that, due to either texture or past experiences where I either choked on it or I had a bad reaction to it, like an allergic reaction or something, I'm very fearful of what foods and drinks and medications and stuff that I put into my body. So I developed this really just huge fear of even just food and drink, and it's become really, really complicated, but I am navigating through it. I'm trying to move forward with it. Unfortunately, there's a lot of healthy foods that I used to eat that I now have moved off my palate because I'm fearful of them for some reason. And I replaced a lot of it with junk food, which is definitely part of the reason why I'm gaining weight. But I've actually turned a little bit of that around and I'm doing better now, but I'm still gaining weight. So I don't know if it's my thyroid, hormones, like we don't know what's going on. 4 years ago in 2020, I was really, really sick. I was really deep into my treatments. I should say 2019 and 2020. I was deep into my treatment for Lyme disease. I had chronic Lyme disease. I still have it, but I'm in remission ever since the end of 2020. Excuse me. But at the beginning of 2020, I weighed 102 pounds. Not by choice either. I actually had a pretty good appetite, but part of my treatment for Lyme disease was no gluten, no processed foods, and no sugar. So I was eating like a rabbit. I was eating lots of stir fries, salads, fresh fruits, veggies, basically kind of like a Mediterranean diet, minus red meat. I couldn't even have red meat because I developed an allergy to it just during the Lyme disease treatment. Doing like, being 100% gluten-free, no sugar, no processed foods, which is really hard because I swear almost everything has processed foods, or it has sugar in it, or it has gluten in it. It just has all these things that I couldn't have. And so I had dropped a lot of weight and got all the way down to 102 pounds. Most women don't like to talk about their weight, but weight is one of my issues, and I don't have a problem talking about it openly. So I was 102 4 years ago, about 4.5 years ago. I am 166 pounds today. So I have gained 64 pounds in 4 years. I know it doesn't probably look like it because I'm hiding it pretty well. A lot of people, they're like, no way, there's no way that you weigh that much. Yeah, I do. I'm 5'2.5" and I weigh 166 pounds. Now, a lot of people tell me that I look healthy and stuff like that, but here's the issue with that. I don't look healthy. They're just trying to be nice. That's one thing. Two, it has very, very much affected me negatively with self-esteem. It's really hard. I'm in the spotlight a lot, even though I'm chronically ill and I'm an agoraphobic and I'm stuck at home a lot. I'm still in the spotlight a lot on social media as a singer, songwriter, model, artist, photographer. I do all these things, and the spotlight's always on me. And so when posting, you know, I try to look my best. Well, obviously I don't feel worth a shit, so it's hard to look my best. And gaining weight and stuff like this, and my skin's going to hell, and my hair's falling out, and all these things are happening. Yeah, it's affected me very, very negatively with the self-esteem, which has been really, really hard. Where was I going with this? The weight stuff. I have an appointment with my ARFID doctor and my regular doctor, hopefully soon after that, just to kind of see what's going on. I think I need further testing, just check my thyroid and check hormone levels and stuff like that to see. Another reason, obviously, that the weight gain is affecting me is it's causing me a lot of pain. I have a very small frame and I'm only 5'2", so 5'2.5". So being 166 pounds is definitely overweight. I'm a good 25 pounds overweight according to BMI charts at the doctor. And it's affecting my joints, my muscles, my heart a little bit, just everything. So it's super, super not healthy. Unfortunately, you know, most people when they're overweight or start gaining weight like this, they just figure, okay, adjust diet and exercise a little bit. That's not really the case for me. If I adjust my diet, my blood sugar goes crazy. So I'm trying to control that. I'm like borderline diabetic. If that's such a thing, it is. I am. But that and oops. Thought I heard someone out there. Kind of scared me. So adjusting the diet and then exercise it. Well, I'm exercise resistant, so to speak. I do as much as I can, but it's such a low amount that I don't actually see any weight loss from it. Basically, I just have to keep my body moving, and I'm trying to build up a little bit of stamina. But yeah, like I said, I'm exercise resistant, so it makes it hard. I feel like I'm damned if I do, and I'm damned if I don't. I don't know what to do. So, and that's kind of how my illness and my flare-up and stuff that I've been having, that's kind of where we're at. I'm in the middle, and there's like roadblocks like all the way the fuck around me. I just don't know how to get out of this flare-up. I don't know how to help myself. I'm trying everything. I'm researching. I'm doing all kinds of shit. Can't sleep because the pain is so bad. I'm having sleep attacks, multiple, every single day. Sleep attacks are sort of like my seizures. And yeah, it's not good. It's ruining everything. It's ruining my plans. Of course, this weight gain too has really fucked with my head. I make money by singing, songwriting, modeling, photography, all these things where I'm in the spotlight. I gotta look my best. So, you know, my looks are a big part of how I make my money. And if I'm starting to not look so good, I don't make any money. And not only that, but I don't feel good enough or confident enough to actually model or do any of the stuff that makes me money to help me pay my bills, which has been really, really hard, because that's exactly what the issue's been, is I've lost my confidence. I've lost a lot of hope recently too, just because I am in so much pain. It's been really, really bad. I'm trying to be open-minded and have a little glimmer of hope left, because I am about to go several states away for a medical trip, and I'm just really, really hoping that they can help somehow. If they have more testing they need to do, great, do it. I've been a guinea pig or a lab rat for the last 12 years of my life, and I'll keep doing it if it's gonna, you know, figure things out or help somebody else or whatever I need to do. Yeah. I didn't have much more to say. I am still trying to get some steps in for the day. I am bedridden a lot, but I try to my goal is really low, and it's really low because a lot of days I get under 1,000 steps in a day. The average, I believe, is 8,000 to 12,000 steps a day for a normal, healthy person. Like I said, I barely get 1,000 in most days. Some days I'll get between 2 and 3, and I am so happy on those days when I get between 2 and 3. And my legs and feet definitely feel it the next day. They're just like, what, lady? What were you doing? It's like, you know, it's like a race, but I need to go really, really slow, like slow and steady. And I'm not always that patient. So that's what's been kind of difficult about this. I want results like now. And you would think I would learn or know by now that it's not just going to show up overnight like the sickness did. It takes time. I got to go through all this therapy, sometimes 2 and 3 times over, and just keep doing it and keep climbing. And yeah, I'm just going to tell you all that too. I think you should do the same. Just keep climbing. It's hard. It's frustrating. It can be lonely. It's all those things, but I think you just need to keep going, because I think there could be something real good on the other side. Either you get some stability back, some power, some whatever, some life back. Yeah. I'm hoping that I have a goal for myself, actually. I'm hoping that in the next, I would say, 3 years or so, I maybe would be able to travel locally. I guess that sounds kind of stupid, travel locally. What I mean is like travel within my state at least and perform at venues. I miss it a lot, and yeah, I just think it would be a better way for me to make my money. I do make money from my music. It's streamed online, Spotify, YouTube, Apple Music, iTunes, Amazon, all that stuff. So it's all over. Even my music actually plays on a couple of radio stations too, which is pretty cool. I'm very proud of myself for getting all that stuff done with as much shit as I have going on. That's pretty impressive. And yeah, I miss seeing the faces and doing the venues and the lights and the action, just the being on stage. I really miss that part of it. And so my 3-year goal, that's one of them, is to be back on a stage performing and making money doing what I absolutely love to do. And I think that I'm also going to tell you to do that too. Like maybe make some goals for yourself. Make a daily goal if you want to start real small. Daily, a weekly, a monthly. You get the gist. Make a yearly, a 1 year, 2 year, 3 year, 5 year, whatever. I think it's really good to have goals like that. And obviously you can change them a little bit along the way to kind of fit where you're at. Yeah. So I tried to be positive. I had this whatever in my head that I was just gonna get on here, start talking and start bawling because it's been really rough lately. I'm not gonna lie to you. It's been really bad. But I gotta keep going. I have 4 daughters that mean the world to me and 4 grandkids. I love them so much. And yeah, they need mom, they need Nana. So I'm kicking it into overdrive and just doing whatever the hell I can to try and heal myself, at least get to a stable point to where I can start living a little bit more and be happy, make memories with people I love. That's my biggest goal right there, what I just told you. All right. I hope all of you are doing as good as you can be. Don't give up, please. Don't give up. And I will probably make another video here in a week or 2. I was doing it weekly, but that was a bit much for me, so I think we started going to about every 2 weeks. So I just do a couple of these a month. But yeah, I hope you enjoy the videos. I hope they help you a little bit. I hope it helps you to feel like you're not alone, because that's what I've really needed, is to feel like I'm not alone and just to vent a little bit. You know, there's a lot of people who ask me how I'm doing, and I try to tell them, but they don't understand. And I try not to blame them for that. I blame the people that don't even try to understand you, but I don't blame them when they are trying, but they just can't. You know, they're not going through exactly the same thing you are. They're not in your shoes. So I get it. There's a lot of things I don't understand because I never went through it either. But I'm one of those who, I'm an empath, so I feel a lot of things. I don't actually have to go through it. I feel it, and I do understand a lot. Anyways, we're coming up on 23 minutes here, so I'm going to let you guys go. Hang tight while we fight, because we got to keep going, right? Right? Yeah. That was like a Dr. Seuss rhyme or some shit. I don't know. Anyways, I hope you have the best week, and I'll see you in a couple weeks. All right. Bye.